Hi, everyone. I'm Monique with MD Consulting. How do you manage fear of change in the workplace? This is a really common problem, especially now with all the transition that's happening in the workplace. There's organizational change, there's adaptive change, there's transformational change, all different types of changes. And my clients come to coaching all the time wanting some support and direction in how to manage their teams through this change. So there are some really simple techniques, but easier said than done because it's hard to implement all of them when you're in the midst of chaotic change. But let's talk about some of them. Communication. Communication is key. People fear change because they don't know what's on the other side. So a communication plan that is strong is really beneficial. You need to explain to your people what's happening, give them as much information as you are allowed to give them, because there may be information that you can't discuss. And you need to do a lot of active listening. People are afraid, so they want to be able to voice their fear, voice their concerns. So you need to provide a forum where they can do that and where you will listen. That could be in one-to-ones, it could be in team meetings. You might put together a team event so that people can talk about what they're thinking, talk about what they're dealing with. So active listening falls under that umbrella of communication. You want to create these forums. They're very important, even if it's a Slack channel where people can talk about what they're afraid of. People feel really vulnerable during times of intense change. So they're afraid to voice their thoughts and opinions, yet they need to voice them. So it's important for you as a leader to create an environment of psychological safety where your direct reports feel safe and comfortable talking about how they're feeling, talking about their frustrations. That is empowering to them. And that's what people need during times of change is empowerment. So creating these forums is extremely important. And then within these forums is where the communication takes place. It's where you can give them updates on any more changes that are coming. You can listen to their responses. You can provide empathy. This is all empowering for them. Now, it's also important that your employees understand their role in this change. What is it they're expected to do? What's going to change about their role? They really need some type of stability to be able to understand what it looks like. What is the framework? So as much as possible, you as their manager need to provide this for them. And they need to understand what the impact is of this change. What is the outcome? What is the goal? What's going to happen after all of this? How is this going to benefit the company? How's it going to benefit them? All of these things are going through their mind right now if they're dealing with change. Now, you may have some employees that are afraid to speak up, and that's okay because everyone processes change differently. But at least create the forum, create the environment where if they want to come forward, they can. And many times when people hear their peers speaking up, speaking out, voicing frustrations, that gives them some sense of security that they also can speak out without being reprimanded. So all of these things seem very simple, but put together, it's really hard to implement it when you're facing a lot of other chaos and change. And you yourself as a manager needs support also, because you probably have the same exact questions for your manager. So it's important that you support yourself, that you get support for yourself while you're dealing with change, so that you can be strong enough and set a good example to support your people throughout change. Okay, I hope this helps, and feel free to reach out to me if you want additional support. You can set up a breakthrough session with me by contacting me at Monique@mdconsultingglobal.com, and I would be happy to help. Have a great day.